Hey guys, you're watching another tutorial here on Flow with me, Livewire. This time it's the windmill tutorial, another one from my breakdancing background, but one that can be implemented into freerunning pretty nicely. For trying a windmill, it is important that you are warmed up. I'm not going to go through that with you today, but I'm going to list some key joints that you should make sure are warmed up before trying, as it will help you with strength and with flexibility and the ease of learning the move. So the groin, the shoulders, the wrists and the neck are very important to warm before trying a windmill. Before trying a windmill, it's pretty important that you have a solid baby freeze and are pretty confident flying around on your back. Baby freeze, for anyone that doesn't know, is a breakdancing move where you have one elbow in your stomach, weight on that hand, and the other hand is there for balance, and your legs tucked up off the ground, supporting yourself purely on both hands. To start a windmill, you go from baby freeze, you put the balancing hand out in front of you. This is going to be your pulling hand, like with a palm spin in breakdancing. This is what pulls you and gives you that spiral rotation. On the arm which carries the weight of your body, you lift the same leg of that side up in the air and you put the other leg toes to the floor. This is going to be the wind up before you start the spin of the windmill. In my case, it's my left leg up in the air, weight on my left hand, right toe on the floor, right hand in front, ready to spin me round. Before you start the windmill, you really want to wind up, ready to crank it into the spinning motion. You lift the leg that's in the air even higher, maybe even tuck your heel slightly to your bum before kicking it forward and pulling with your balancing hand to create the spiral motion. One of the biggest mistakes people make in learning windmills is they don't create a spinning motion on their back, so they're just trying to do sideways rolls over their shoulders, which doesn't work. It's really important that you pull with the balancing hand and start a spiral motion so your wrist starts to turn on the hand that's carrying the weight. Then you drop down your shoulder. As you're doing this pull, you want to lift the back leg up a bit higher, and just as you're finishing about a quarter of a turn on that wrist, you kick the high leg under and you lift the toe that's touching the floor up, pull with your balancing hand and drop your elbow and your shoulder and start to spin high up on your back. Another mistake people make with the windmill is they try and spin too far down their back or near their bum. You want to keep this rotation as high to your shoulders as possible so that you are rolling from shoulder to shoulder and back round into baby freeze. A windmill is essentially rolling from baby freeze over both shoulders back to baby freeze, but using the spiral motion to help carry you through so that you kind of come up under your armpit and back into baby freeze each time. Again, your legs want to stay wide and straddled. It's not just a box splits, it's kind of a scissor splits that you can keep cranking and kicking every time you windmill. If you're trying to box splits, it's going to be very hard to keep this rotation and get the wind up for the windmill. To begin with, you just want to practice going from baby freeze to baby freeze, one at a time, with just one windmill in between. This is how you really start to master it and understand each one individually, and as you get that, you can start to put them together, finally mastering continuous windmills. Windmills is one of those moves that you really just have to practice and practice until your body starts to understand the movement. It is very natural once you get it, and it is a certain rhythm to it that you'll learn, but it's just drilling and cranking out those practices until you get there. Just to go over that again, you want to start in baby freeze, balance hand out, pull to start the spiral motion, drop to your elbow, to your shoulder, roll across your back. As you're spinning, with the rotation you gain from this arm, this is really important, roll back, over your shoulder, slightly under on your lat, pull it round, back into baby freeze again, and then go again. As you start to get the continuous ones, you'll notice that you don't stab every time in between each windmill, your elbow into your stomach. You keep your elbow down on the floor and you push the floor away with your elbows from your face. As you get a better understanding for the windmill and you're able to push higher in between each one, eventually you'll find you can push yourself to your feet to end a sequence of windmills. This is when you can start to get playful with it in your freerunning and enter it in different ways and then come out of it linking different tricks. Thanks for watching another tutorial here on Flow. It's been me, Livewire, on the windmill. Hopefully I've given some tips or advice to help you master the windmill and add it to your freerunning repertoire of movements and make it your own, give your own individual spin on it, get it? Yes, subscribe for more videos. Till next time, much love guys.